All right, guys. I guess I'm waiting for him. I spoke with him. I spoke with Mr. Elite a number of times today. We agreed at 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain. That was like 25 minutes ago. So I guess I'm waiting for him. I'll wait a little bit longer, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. If anyone wants to call in, feel free. I'll just open it up. All right, guys. I'll be back in 60 seconds. Let me just grab a cold soda. I'll sit down with you guys. Okay. Okay. What's up, everyone? I'm back. I'm back. I'm on the attack and ready to slack. No, just kidding. What's up, everyone? This is the MGTOW Cowboy. Greetings and salutations. This evening, I guess it's early in the evening, I am supposed to meet up or speak with Mr. Elite. I actually can't remember his. He's gone through a transition of a number of names. He started Mr. Elite, and I think he was like, I don't know. He's changed his name at least like 3 or 4 times, but I think now he goes by like Mr. Elite Red, Red Pill. I can't remember experience. The Red Pill experience. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, I spoke with him a number. I'm sorry, I did not speak with him. I communicated with him through text, through texting, through the comment section on his channel, and I spoke with him today like 3 or 4 times, and he responded like 3 or 4 times. and I asked him, please, can you come for an interview? I've been hounding him for an interview for like the last, I don't know, 2 months. And at first he was like, I'll think about it. And then today he texted me back and he was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I said, okay, that sounds great. When are you available? He said after 2:30 p.m. his time. He's, I think, Mountain Time, or he's in Arizona. So I said, how about 5 p.m. Central? How about 5 p.m. Chicago time or Central time, which is 4 p.m. his time? And he was like, yeah, sure. So yeah, we tried to get that going. I guess I'm still waiting for him. So I don't know. It's already been like almost half an hour. Let me silence do not disturb. There we go. Okay. Anyway, I guess I'll take a couple minutes and I'll tell you guys what I did with my day. So today was pretty uneventful. I guess right now I'm technically out of work again. It appears that this trucking company, they see what happened is see what had happened was, I'm convinced that, so technically I'm out of a job right now. They haven't fired me. I haven't received any what's that called, like, I haven't received an email or a letter or anything saying that they let me go. But and I think they're doing that so I can't like sue for unemployment. But I didn't get along with my driver trainer, and so I don't know if maybe I wasn't fired, but I guess I quit. I refused to go out. I refused to go out with that driver trainer again. He's such a like a ghetto thug, and he was so just emotionally abusive. So I demanded a new driver trainer. My recruiter said he would do that, and then he just never called me again. So I think that's their way of saying hit the road, Jack. Anyway, so I do have what that means is I'm job hunting again. So I also have a little bit of time on my hands to cut videos and do live streams, and but I've already started applying to new jobs. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, okay. So today was pretty uneventful. Of course I got up, shit, shower, shave, and I did shave today, which is great. Trimmed my beard and shaved. I really needed to do that. And then I had to go into the city, so I had to go into Chicago for a new tire. See, a couple of weeks ago, I went for this new tire, and this Mexican dude, he sold me a fucking bunk ass bullshit tire. It had this big. I didn't notice it at first when I first bought it, but I noticed it like whatever a week later. It had a big bubble on the sidewall, and I was like, oh man, this thing's gonna go at any time, and it sure did. I was at the corner of Chicago and Pulaski. I was executing a left-hand turn, and it just popped. And I thank God that it popped then, and not when I was, on the expressway, when I was on the interstate going like, 70 miles an hour. So I had to pull over and put on a spare. I got a full-size spare. Anyway, yeah, I had to go into the city, and I ended up buying two used tires, two new tires. They're used, but to me they're new. I just call them used. I bought two used tires, and I put them both in the front, and then the two, and then the ones, whatchamacallit. I bought two used tires, put them in the front. One of the two tires was the spare, and so that just went back into the truck. Back into the car. And then the other one, I just dropped it from the front to the back. I rotated it or whatever. Winter's coming up. You want to have your best tires in the front of the car. So whatever, bullshit. I had to spend some money on that. Yeah. So yeah, I did that, and then my plan was to go to this Chinese buffet. And listen to this. I went to this one Chinese buffet over at Addison and Elston in Chicago, and there was this big yellow sticker in the front that said like whatever, the Department of Public Health or something, the Department of Public Safety. I think it was the Department of Public Health shut it down, and I don't know why, but Chinese restaurants are like notorious for being shut down by like the health department. Who knows? Maybe they were like cooking up dogs and cats in the back or something, and they got busted. That's sort of a bad joke, but I'm sure that's actually happened here in the U.S. somewhere. Fido goes missing. Next thing you know, that gumdrop soup is tasting extra good. Um, let's see. Yeah, so I went to that restaurant afterwards, and it was closed, and I was like, wow, okay, that sucks, but I still got like 20 minutes to and the reason why I wanted to find another Chinese buffet within the 20 minutes is because it was like, I don't know, it was like 2:40 or 2:35 in the PM. After 3 p.m., the rates go up because it's considered like dinner time. It moves from from lunchtime to dinner time. So, yeah, there was this other place that I knew. It's at the, or I thought I knew. It was at the corner of Belmont and Kimball. So I run over there. It's only like 5-6 minutes away. I run over there. I assume the place is still in business. Park my car, walk over like a block, and the place was closed up. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. So that's part of the problem. It's part of the problem of living in the suburbs. I don't go in, like, I'll go into the city all the time, but I'll only go into like the fringes. I'm like, typically the northwest side. I won't go into like the central corridor. I won't go into the core of the city. But yeah, that was my day to day. And then yeah, there was some. I'll skip that. I was gonna say there were these two fucking nasty bitches at the tire place, and they were so rude as they were driving by. You could just tell, man. These women and women are falling apart, man. They're all becoming nasty ass hoes. But anyway, I don't even feel like telling that story. Yeah, and then let's see. On the way back. So I wasn't able to go to the buffet, but then it kind of worked out because then my friend Bob, not Polska Bob, but this other guy, I call him Bobby Boy. He's I guess in a way he's my best friend, sort of like my mentor as well. He's this really rich old Jewish guy. He's as old as Trump. He's 75 years old. Trump is 75, and my friend is 75. My friend calls me. He says, "Joe, let's go to Moretti's. Let's go to Moretti's Pizza in Morton Grove." And I say, "Yeah, sure. Today's Tuesday. It's half price pizza, so I guess we're gonna go there." So I got to put off dinner for another, I don't know, 2 hours or something. But yeah, it's half price pizza as long as we get there by 9 p.m. Blah blah blah. So we'll see how that works. All right, so that was basically my day. It was very uneventful. Basically, I had to get some. I only planned on getting one tire. I only planned on getting one used tire, but then the guy's like, "Yeah, I got these two tires, and don't you want to buy two tires?" And I was like, "Ah, fuck yeah, fine." So he tried to give me $60 each, which would be 120. I got him down to 110. I said, "Oh, fuck it." Oh, and I should mention this. This was This was a couple weeks ago. This is just before I got that one shitty tire with the bubble. I got this one tire. With the bubble, but before that, like literally the same day, earlier in the day, I went to Firestone. You guys have heard of Firestone? I go to Firestone Tires, and I'm talking to them, and listen to this. They wanted to sell me, or I was just checking out their prices. I knew I needed a tire, but really I was thinking if the price was right, why not buy 4 new tires? It's anyway, what they wanted for 4 new tires and what's it called? 4 new tires to balance them, and what's that other thing called? Alignment. For 4 new tires, balanced and aligned, they wanted $1,100, and I was like, hell no, absolutely not. Well, it was $1,100 with tax. It probably would have been closer to like $1,200. Let's just say, just to be conservative, like 1,160, 1,170. No way. I'm not going to pay close to $1,200 for 4 new tires. So fuck that. I just paid 110. I just paid 110 for two used tires, and they were in good shape. I saw them. So yeah, man, everything's getting expensive, man. No joke, man. Everything's getting expensive. Frankly, it's starting to bother me. I think it might be time to overthrow the government. So just throwing that out there. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. It's been 40 minutes. We're 40 minutes past 5. I'm looking here. Let me see if I can find him. D-Man, what's up, D-Man? I see you, dude. Angler, what's up, Angler? I see you. D-Man, J80C 2-stroke. I can't remember if I know you. Vaguely familiar. Cat is delirious. Hey, traversable, man. I always love speaking with you, man. I've been thinking a lot about that whole father, the concept of the father as a social construct. I've been thinking a lot about that. Man, you're blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind with that one, man. If you want to call in, Traversable, let me know, man. Because right now, if anyone wants to call in, anyone, Angler, call in, Rusty, call in, anyone. Because I mean, we're 40 minutes now. We're 41 minutes after the hour. We were supposed to. I don't know. He's running really late. So let's see. Rusty Rivers, what's up, Rusty? I see you, man. Neuromuscular problems. Oh, thank God I don't have any of those. Let's see here. Hemi 4-speed, Angler, Hermit, D-Man, Mike. Hey, what's up, man? I see you, Mike. The young blood, man. Young blood. We got Mike in the house. Good to see you, sir. I remember speaking with you. Spec Streaming. I don't think I've ever spoken with you. I don't recognize you. Okay. Let's see. Mike. The Vital Message. Oh yeah, Vital. What's up, man? Or I'm sorry, your name is Caduceus. Those two intertwined. Those two, the Caduceus, the two serpents going up. I don't know, like a flagpole or that pole thing. Cool. What's up, Caduceus? Good to see you, Mr. Albert. Hello, Mr. Albert. Good to see you. I know you from somewhere, but I can't remember where. That sucks. Infinium, what's up? The MGTOW Infinium, what's up, Infinium? I just caught your last video. Yeah, very good. Hermits. I'll call in, but I'm gonna go to the gym soon. Yeah, sure, please, someone call in because I don't know where Mr. Elite is, and now you guys can blame me for false advertising. I said Mr. Elite would be joining us, and yet he's not here. Mike, MGTOW Cowboy, don't think we've spoken. Must have been a different Mike. Yeah, no, it must have been a different Mike. I thought we have spoken. Mike, are you like a 22-year-old kid just finishing college? Your parents are real religious, and you want to move out? Is that you? I think that's you. The Staff of Hermes, that's what it is. The Staff of Hermes, right. Very good. Yes, me. It's part of a worldwide conspiracy to control the people. Okay, Railgun Mike. Don't know who that is. Okay. Two serpents on the staff. Right. Two serpents on the staff. Yeah, I don't know what that staff was though. He just said it's the Staff of Hermes. So. Traversable MGTOW. It was supposed to be cat. Cat is delicious, but Google spell check changed it. Okay, very good. Absolute Knowledge Seekers 1. What's up at Mr. Oh, okay. What's up at MGTOW Cowboy? Mr. Elite is supposed to stop by. Yes, he is. And I don't know where he is. It's already 43 minutes past the hour. I don't know what's going on. Anyone can go take a look. Go to his channel, and you could see the writings on the wall. All right. I messaged him just quickly just to recover that. So, yeah, I spoke with Mr. Elite. Not spoke with him over the phone, but we were texting through the comment section. I told him, because I've been hounding him for probably the better part of like 2.5 months for an interview, and he finally agreed. And then it was scheduled for today, and then we were supposed to meet up at 5, and he's not here yet. So, I mean, of course, I took him at his word, but okay. So, Mike, MGTOW Cowboy. No, man, I'm 38. Oh, Mike. Okay, it must be someone else. Okay, very good. Sorry, I must have confused you with someone else. Mr. Albert, I saw you on Red Pill Daniel's channel. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, I remember you vaguely. Actually, I don't remember you. I remember someone talking about you. That's what I remember. Blah, 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 Mr. Albert, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know who he is. Yeah, I remember someone talking about you. All right, I'll post the link again if anyone wants to call in. Bim, 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 bim. Okay, let's see here. Anarcho Waffleist. What was Mr. Elite going to talk about? What were we going to talk about? So I was going to conduct an interview with Mr. Elite, and we were going to talk about what I talk about with all MGTOW and or Red Pill. I like to have like a who, what, when, where, why to ask them who are you, what do they call you, where are you from, what kind of work did you do, and then I sort of pivot from that to MGTOW, and I ask them what brought you to MGTOW, or if they're not a MGTOW, if they're a Red Pill, I ask them what brought you to Red Pill, any bad experiences, heartbreaks, cheating, divorces, child custody court, stuff like that. All right, Engler MGTOW. I worked in the car business for a couple of years. Cowboy could sell the fuck out of cars. Not all car salesmen fit the stigma. Good money at the right dealership. Yeah, I'll take that. Of course, I'll take that compliment. I think what Mr. Engler MGTOW, I think what Engler is talking about is, I think maybe in a way some people think I have the gift of gab, like I'm silver tongue. I can talk. And yeah, that's also really good when you're. Or no, wait, never mind. What I was about to say is not good. Okay, Mr. Albert, is he on Central Time? No. Mr. Albert, he is not on Central Time. He's on what's that called? Mountain. He's on Mountain Time. Now that I think about it, so that sucks. But well, whatever. It doesn't matter. We were able to line it up. It was his 4 o'clock to my 5 o'clock, and in the end he still has not yet called in. So it's too bad. Okay, so I've just added someone to the stream. Is this? Let me see who this is. Looks like it's Mexican Monger. I absolutely I recall you. I remember Mexican Monger. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Mexican Monger?
Up, Cowboy? What's up?
Yo, what up?
Good. Good to see you, sir. I do remember you from I think it was Hormaxer's stream some days ago. Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You're like
Hormaxer's stream.
Is it you're the 6'2" guy from I think it was LA County?
Yeah.
Yes, I totally remember you. Hey, what's up? Good. You must have. I'm assuming you must have subscribed to my channel, and then you got a notification.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
How today?
How you doing?
I'm good. I was hoping to speak with Mr. Elite. I don't know if you know. Do you know who Mr. Elite is?
No.
I think I've seen Mr. Elite before, like back in the day. Not in a while though.
Right. In fact, that's one of the things that I wanted to discuss with Mr. Elite is what in all hell happened to him. So Mr. Elite was arguably, I don't know, top 10, maybe top 5 most prolific MGTOWs in the community, but not recently, not within, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. He's sort of like.
Some people need to step away for a while. Maybe just needed to take a break, or real life shit was going on. You never know.
Yeah, right. No, right. That's exactly. Those are some of the questions I wanted to ask him. What the hell happened? He was basically as popular as, well, frankly, actually at one time he was more popular than Hammerhand. In fact, I don't know if you know. Do you know Hammerhand went to go see him?
I didn't know that.
Yes. Hammerhand. He went on like a road trip, and I think he went to go see Vention. He also went to go see Terrence Pop. He also went to go see Mr. Elite. He wants to see Pop and Blake, Elite. I can't remember who else, but there were a couple people, and yeah, Mr. Elite was one of them.
I seen the episode with Pop. That was a good one.
Yeah,
Pop,
you saw that. Yeah.
I'm in Michigan. Pop is probably like 40 minutes away from me.
So is that by? I think of Michigan. Okay, so is that by like Dearborn?
I don't want to say exactly where.
Never mind.
But I live close to the bridge to Canada.
Oh, and yeah, right.
I don't think Pop lives in Dearborn. I think he lives. Well, I don't know if that information is out there, so I'm not going to say it. But I think I kind of know the area he's in. I don't know exactly where, but I think I do.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I've taken that very bridge. From Detroit to I'm trying to think what's the name of that city. A whole bunch of young kids used to go. What's the name of the city? You know?
Well, I said I'm by the bridge to Canada. I didn't say which bridge to Canada that I live by. So.
Oh right. Never mind. I'll drop it. Right. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Anyway. Yeah. So I don't know at this point. I mean, it's 50 minutes in. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened with Mr. Elite, but yeah,
maybe he's not going to show. But so is this what you do? You kind of interview other MGTOW and ask them stuff?
Yeah, or I mean, I do multiple things. I mostly post videos where I talk just by myself. But I also see I've been kind of like, what's his name? What's his name? You know, One Fast Stack, right?
Yeah, I know Dak.
Yeah. So I basically saw what Dak was doing. Dak, he started. I don't know. He probably did. I basically copied Dak. He figured out how to. How would you describe what he does? He used to do like long form
How
videos.
about with the shorts?
Yeah, or he would do. Okay, he used to do long form videos, but then he switched over to doing these like short 20-second. Basically, he figured out how to work the algorithm, and now he's got like, you know, thousands and thousands of subscribers. I copied him, and I basically doubled my subscriber base in like 2 months. So and then I went back to long form.
It's actually a smart thing because YouTube's trying to copy TikTok because TikTok is so popular. So if you do like 20, 30-second videos and they're good, your subs are going to go out the fucking window because YouTube's promoting it. So what Dak is doing with that's pretty smart.
Yeah, I was on Dak's stream yesterday, and I don't know if anyone saw, but
Yeah, I jumped on there at the end for a minute.
yeah, I specifically mentioned it a couple times in a couple of comments. I said, "Hey, Dak, you know, I'm a capitalist. I'm a capitalist pig. I have no problem with you accepting money." And I was just telling Dak, I think he should up his production level. So essentially, he should spend more time developing his channel, and he should just straight up try to make it like, you know, an ancillary, an auxiliary stream of income.
Yeah,
I
I know
mean,
that there's like a
why
group
not?
of people that get mad if you accept any money at all. Now, yeah, if you're selling like bullshit courses like buy my PUA soap for $2,000, sure, that's fucked up. But if you're like accepting donations, I don't see a problem with that at all. Or like super chats, like who the fuck cares?
Right. Right. No, I don't mind at all. Like I said, I'm a capitalist pig. People should be making money. I mean, some people really put a lot of effort into this, you know. But hey, if what if you have like some awesome, what if you have like tactical butt soap that you could sell people and will get you girls? Then, you know.
Well, that's what the PUAs are saying. I got tactical ball soap or whatever the fuck it is, and buy my soap $2,000. I don't think they actually $2,000, but if you use a special kind of soap, you're not going to get more girls from it. Like if you believe that, you're retarded.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
mean,
guys think is the worst, like red pill YouTuber, like PUA YouTuber that sells shit?
John Anthony.
Dude, I don't even watch John Anthony, so I don't really know anything about him except for he fucks traps.
right, right. I heard about that as well. You're talking about John Anthony Lifestyles? Is that his formal name? Is that right?
Is he even
Yeah.
considered red pill though?
He's a PUA.
Like I know he's a
Yeah,
P.
he's
Yeah.
on the PUA section.
Is he a red pill PUA?
Kind of.
I'm not sure.
I think he's just a PUA. He's one of those guys that he talks about all you need is game and like looks don't matter and shit when like looks are the main thing that do matter. Like looks, money, status. But like there are a group of PUAs that are like all you need to do is have the right game and tell them the right things. And it's like, yeah, that only works if you have looks, money, and status. If you don't have looks, money, and status and you're like 5'2" and you're fat as fuck, that's obviously not gonna work.
Hey, Herbert, you fucking pussy. Herbert, you talking a lot of shit about me.
Fuck you. Go fuck some trap.
I'm in Brazil. I got a 1,500 account. What do you have, pussy?
You're in Brazil fucking traps.
Oh, I'm sorry if I may interrupt all of you. I do see Mr. Red Pill Elite Experience. I'm sorry, I forgot his whole name. I just keep calling him Mr. Elite. I know him as Mr. Elite. Yes, Mr. Elite, I see you, sir. Thank goodness. What a pleasant surprise. You've made it. Are you still interested in joining the stream? I would like to conduct a formal interview with you right now. Are you possibly interested? If you are, I'm going to drop the link again. And I don't know if you have experience doing this, but if you don't, I'm just going to drop this link. You click on the link, and then it's going to bring you backstage into StreamYard, and then you just follow the prompts, and then you just come right in.
Well, before Red Pill Elite hops in, I just gotta say, any detesters, we put 100 grand Your game, both of you combined versus me.
Dude, you really sound like John Anthony too. That's funny.
Do that. 100 grand, Hermit. Hermit. Everyone in the comments say Hermit is a fucking pussy right
Dude,
now.
you sound just like him. That's
Hermit's a
hilarious.
fucking pussy. Put 100 grand on it.
At least I don't fuck traps. What, 100 grand?
Hey,
that you don't fuck traps?
two out of 1,500. Do they look like a 10 out of 10 chick? Where are you at, bro? 0?
Oh yeah,
Well, for the record.
By the way, she's an engineer. She's an engineer, bro. She's an engineer. Who are you getting? You getting fucking toilet fucking cleaners?
Dude, you're a great troll. That's awesome.
Getting there. 100 grand right there. And by the way, I'm the best there is right there. I take Valtrek prep. I found the cure to cancer, all sorts of things. Absolute knowledge seeker. I'm glad you brought me up because I just showed how much of a pussy Hermit is.
Right.
Hello,
Very
hello,
good. Yes, Mr. Elite. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Excellent. I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday.
Oh, happy Tuesday.
Good to see you.
So, Mr. Elite, normally when I conduct an interview, it's sort of like a one-on-one, and then after the interview, I open up the panel for other people to join. However, I sort of broke that rule. I wasn't actually sure because it was getting a little late. I wasn't sure if we were going to connect, so I ended up letting these gentlemen on. Do you want me to kick them off? Is it okay if I keep them on, or?
Cowboy, I'll jump off. I go to the gym around this time anyway, so I was just jumping on for a minute because it seemed like nobody else was jumping in. So.
Hey, it's your
show,
man.
I totally appreciate it. No, I totally appreciate it.
I just came on a meme a little bit.
John Anthony, keep fucking them traps.
Oh, yeah, I'm an American DJ, guys. I'll let him have his interview.
All right, I appreciate it. And yeah, anyone else?
I'm in the middle of trying to feed my dogs and cook dinner at the same time. So, but I'm here.
Okay. What I was going to say is anyone who wants to stay on, if you can just sort of respect the interview. Basically, you can interject periodically, but mostly if you can just kind of let us. So absolute knowledge. I see you. Okay. I guess I'll start now. Mr. Elite, do you have at least 20 minutes to answer a couple of questions for the MGTOW Red Pill community?
Sure.
Excellent. Okay. Well, first off, again, let me say welcome and thank you for making it. So how have you been? I haven't really seen too much of you in like a while, years.
Well, I've been doing pretty good. I'm over on TikTok. So, I mean, I haven't really spent a lot of time on YouTube. I spend the majority of my time over on TikTok, which where I was doing quite well, but they do a lot of doxing over there. They do a lot of they get they mass flag your channel and get things shut down. So you get booted out and you have to start over. It's all getting old to me at this point, but I'm still around, man.
Okay. I have just started to dabble in TikTok. I bought a new phone and downloaded the app, and TikTok is pretty amazing. It's frankly a gold mine. I would say I've put up at least 50 to 60 videos from TikTok onto my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, it's out there. It's doing its thing. That's for sure.
All right. Well, let me start with a couple of quick fire questions. So you're rather well known. You're dare I say it? You're probably one of the biggest. You're probably one of the biggest MGTOW in the community. Although again, you sort of fell off for a couple years, but we'll get into that as well. You're arguably one of the biggest MGTOW. What can you just tell us if I cede the floor to you? Introduce yourself. Tell people like a who, what, when, where, why. What do you do for work? Where do you live? Like a
Well, of course, I'm Mr. Elite. I do still. I have MGTOW ways, but I like to address myself as Red Pill these days because MGTOW, though I love it so much, the philosophy tells you to, that there's no leadership in MGTOW, which we all understand that there's no guidelines of which to follow. So you make MGTOW and what you want it to, your MGTOW is what you want your MGTOW to be. And upon doing that, some people perceive MGTOW as not ever dating anybody again, just strictly going your own way. Some people are, into different aspects of it. Me, myself, personally, I still like to date, and I still, like to, meet people and stuff like that.
Sure. You still like to
And
bang
so,
bro. That's totally fine.
Where it falls short is the rest of the community. Not the rest. I'm not going to say the rest. A good majority, though they say that they are, you can, your MGTOW is yours. You can do whatever, do it however you want. They still want you to fall under a certain criteria, which, and I can understand it.
We should get it, or if I may, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We should get into that. But before we do, I would like to essentially give a background on you. So anywhere between, typically on my channel, anywhere between 200 and 400 people will see this within a week. I would say at least you're so popular, at least half of the people here already know you. But for the people who don't, let me ask you a couple of quick fire questions. Okay, so your name is Mr. Elite, but right now, as of today, what's your proper name?
John.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean like your real name, but I mean your name now is Mr. Elite Red. What is it? Red Pill Experience.
Yes.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay. Now I know a little bit more about your story. I'm sorry, but I can't remember it all. You have a son, if I remember correctly, and you were in the military. I can't remember which branch though. Is that correct?
No, he wasn't in the military. He went to a military prep school, and I was in the military. But yeah, he moved down here with me. We moved down here right after COVID.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I can't recall. I thought you were living in Idaho, and then you decided to move down to Arizona to live with your son. Was that the story?
Yes.
Oh, that is the story. Okay. I remember a little bit. Okay, and then right, and then you were in the military. What branch were you in?
I was in the Army and the Navy.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Were you? I'm assuming were you in the Army first, and then you decided to transfer to the Navy?
I was in the Navy first, and then I joined the Army a few years later. I drove trucks over the road for a couple years, and that's a lonely lifestyle. Over the road is just so I decided to go back into the military. However, they were not accepting prior service military in the Navy at that time. So I was like, well, I'll just join the Army. So I did that.
And what was your MOS in the Army?
I was a 63 Golf, basically a fuel and electrical specialist. It was basically third shop mechanic.
Okay, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And how many years did you serve in the military? Did you pension out or?
No, I did a total of 10 years between both. So I did like 4 years in the Navy and 6 years in the Army.
Very good. Okay, yeah, very good. My father, he did 11 years in the Marine Corps. Awesome. I never had the discipline for the military. So instead, I went to college.
It's in anybody if they want to join. You just got to be able to want to put it together and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So.
Sure. Well, thank you. Thank you for your service. If you were in Chicago, I'd buy you a beer. Which reminds me, apparently, you have met in person Pulse Kebab. Is that
I
correct?
have. That's one of my best friends. He's a great guy. He's freaking awesome. If you have never met him, I highly suggest you go over there and hang out on the south side. I think he's on the south side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, right. I have met him many times. He's been in my apartment. Yeah. Right now,
I love that guy to death. How's he doing these days anyway?
He's doing well. He's doing very well. I actually invited him to my apartment today in order to co-host. However, he had prior obligations. He basically had work. So,
okay.
But yeah, he's still he's still kicking. He's in the city on the south side.
He's still putting along. Good. It's good. It's good to hear.
Yeah. Still doing his thing. Let's see. Can you talk to us a little bit? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like what kind of hobbies do you have? I have this idea that you fancy yourself like a grill master or something. You're always cooking huge slabs of meat. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, I tell you, back in the day when we were big on YouTube, me and the guy, Mr. Former, I don't know if he still hangs around. You probably know him, but that was my tag team right there. Me and him were two peas in a pod, and the cooking show thing started with him. I had been thinking about doing it, but one day out of the blue, he did a live stream, and he was frying up some chicken wings or some chicken tenders or something, and I said, "Son of a." So
yeah, right. No, he's a good guy. I actually interviewed him. I don't know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
okay.
I was hounding him just like I was hounding you, and finally we connected. Yeah, right. I think if I remember correctly, he owns a restaurant somewhere in, I can't remember, the East Coast.
Restaurant?
Yeah, right. He's running. I think he co-owns it. He co-owns a restaurant, and it's still in operation.
Well, that makes him a very busy man, then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah.
Let's see.
I miss him. I like to see him. I did say I was going to come back to YouTube.
I'm sorry. At this point, I feel the need to apologize. I know I've been hounding you a lot the last 2 or 3 months. Every couple of weeks or whatever. You may remember I've texted you multiple times. Hey, come back, or hey, can I get an interview? But there's no pressure. If you don't.
No, it wasn't just about anybody wanting to interview me or anything. It was just I think communication between the communication needs to be there, and regardless of how it gets out, it needs to get out. I had chose to go over to TikTok, and because I felt like my service was needed over there for a little while.
I was going to say right now is a perfect time to actually ask you this question. Why? And again, I don't mean any disrespect. I say this with all the respect in the world. Why did you leave? Why?
I'll tell you why I left. In the midst of being on, there was a female by the name of Penny Proud. She calls herself Miss Elite right now. Okay?
I was just about to ask you about her in a couple of minutes. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, go ahead.
Well, we have been chit-chatting. Well, the thing about it is we have been chit-chatting back and forth. And that's what I always said. I mean, she wanted to meet me in person, and I was just like, which I really couldn't understand that. And I'll tell you why. It's because here I am in my 50s, and she's at that time like 28. And I'm like, why do you even want to meet me? As much as much as I talk crap to, about all this stuff, why, but the fascination was there. And
There
we
you go.
decided that we wanted to talk. And, well, that was what I was talking about, where people, because they saw her as the arch enemy. Okay. And trust me and believe, she pulls stunts. She has a tendency to do that, but I know her personally, where I can pull her out of that mess. And for her, it was more of the attention thing, and for me, it was more of, wasn't really more of attention. I didn't mind wanting to meet her,
Yeah, who knows? Maybe she was fine, and you'd be able to, you'd be able to hit
right.
it.
I mean, and it wasn't even that. I mean, I've always been, I'm a social butterfly. I mean, like I said, I have never been the type of MGTOW that does not date. I've always said that I do. And
Okay,
that
okay.
one was a big no-go in the mix. That one was a big no-go. They didn't.
Okay, I was gonna wait.
Understandable. I felt like a lot of people felt stabbed in the back for whatever reason, and
Okay.
I did say some things, uh, probably hurt a few feelings out there, and I was just being honest. I'm just like, I mean, how far do you take it? I mean, it's like, if you guys don't want to meet anybody, that's fine. If you guys want to do, some guys are into the sex dolls. They don't want to, meet anybody, or, I think as long as you follow the 3 guidelines of the situation, no cohabitation, no marriage, no kids. I mean, what else can you say? Because
first off, let me say I completely agree with you, 100%, 110%. In fact, I was going to wait to bring this up a little bit later in the interview, but now is a perfect time. As of late, I have been encountering what you could call some flack from other members of the community, saying things like, well, I should preface all this by saying I have come out recently talking about how I believe that it's okay for MGTOW to frequent prostitutes for MGTOW men to get their passports.
Absolutely. There's a passport movement going on right now over on TikTok. There's a lot of men that are absolutely doing that, and they're going overseas. They're not necessarily going over there to find a wife, but they are going over there to indulge, themselves. Because if they're not, I mean, we're all human at the end of the day. Am I right? So it's like, human interaction. I'm not a hermit. I'm not a. There's different levels of the MGTOW philosophy, and I think level 6 being like in the woods, like or whatever. I'm not that guy. So what I decided, I said, I think the best course of action. I lost a lot of followers, rightfully so, because a lot of words were exchanged. Again, like I said, certain people saw that, the way you should follow the philosophy is exactly how they were doing it. But that's not what the philosophy says. The philosophy says MGTOW is going your own way. Right? Not the way of what everybody else is doing. As long as you're going and following what everybody else is doing, it's not the same.
Okay. Let me interrupt you. First off, again, I completely agree with you, 100%. However, I think if at this point, if I can make a criticism, of you, I think you should not have. I think you should not have left. You should have just continued to push your idea and just say, listen, essentially to try to be conciliatory and say, listen, MGTOW is a big book. You don't necessarily have to be a monk, or you don't necessarily have to be like the Unabomber living in the woods in a shack. If you want, you should still be able to date. You should still be able to seek long-term or short-term relationships. If you want, if you're willing to accept that risk, or if you want, like me, I openly talk about it. I tell men that it's okay to frequent prostitutes. It's okay to get your passport. It's okay to go to Thailand or the Philippines or the Dominican Republic or Mexico or Colombia or wherever. And this seems to be like a sticking point, like within the community. Some MGTOW are completely, absolutely against that, and I think you should have stayed and sort of, you should push that issue.
Yeah, and so I think at the time, like I said, I was just I think everybody was going through a lot of feeling. I was going through an emotional roller coaster with a lot of things that were happening in Idaho with my son. I needed to try to do something different. And then one of my buddies had told me about the TikTok thing, and I really didn't like it at first, but then I grew to like it. I mean, I'm frequent on there. I'm like on there like all the time, and we do a lot of good stuff over there as well.
That reminds me. I remember I was discussing some of your activities with Polska Bob, and do you remember? Okay, was it in Arizona or was it in Idaho? I think you had mentioned you sold like a tractor to like some Mexicans. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was in Idaho. Yeah, that was okay. So that was right before I had. That was during. See, that was one of the things that had got me into this. That was like 2016, 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
I was in a relationship at that time with my ex, and we were living together. And I didn't know anything about MGTOW at the time. I was just doing my own thing, having fun. I was building out this old farm equipment and, doing things that my grandfather used to do, and just trying to play memory to what he used to be a dairy farmer in Ohio.
Sure.
I got into that, and then got into that relationship. We were together for about 4 years, and we broke up, and I sold those tractors, so because I needed some money to get out of it, you know what I mean? So that kind of just worked out in my favor, I guess. Sure. Made a little bit of money, and me and my son were able to get out of that situation, which made me very angry. I was like, why did my relationship break up like this? What did I do that was so wrong? I was very angry for a while, and then that's when I was looking at YouTube videos, working at a certain job over there in Idaho, and I was looking at videos, and Tom Likas it came across, and I keyed in on it because I was like, that kind of sounds like me a little bit. Then I started digging deeper, and then I found people like Paul Protus, and then there was Hammerhand, and then there was Sandman, and then there was
Right.
Tommy Sotomayor, and then I got red pilled by a guy named Sigma Solitude. He was a Sigma. He wasn't even a red pill. He was a red pill, but he was more Sigma. He wasn't more Sigma. And but the shit made sense to me, and I was like, holy shit, this is completely me. This is exactly this happened to me. And so when I went and told my story, I was scared, man, because I had never made a video on social media before. I was completely nervous. Right. I tell you what, I sent that video out there, and boy, oh boy, did it fly.
Right. Next thing you know, you were one of the biggest MGTOW in the community. Yeah. And then right, that whole thing happened, and apparently, like you just said, you may have lost some subscribers, or there was some issue. And okay. Well, let me.
And I still like those guys. I hope they still like me, and I understand. I don't want any bad blood with anybody. I would like to apologize to anybody that feels like that I offended, but. The thing about it is that, like I said, I always feel like the philosophy is meant to be the way I need it to be. I know that there's certain things that you have to do in order to stay out of trouble, stay out of jail or whatever like that. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff, and make sure everything as far as relationships are good to go. It's very important. But
right. Again, if I can interrupt you, I would say you shouldn't even apologize. I mean, again, the simple, some people say there's 2 tenants. Some people say that there are 3. After that, I think men should be able to customize their lives. again, we started talking about this whole, are MGTOW allowed to date, long term, or short term, or see prostitutes. I think that fits totally within MGTOW. I understand that caused some fallout and all that, with you but regardless, I don't think you should even apologize for that. Can I ask you about your wife? Can I ask you about, okay, you have a son, right? You only have one child. You have a son.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please, would you feel comfortable talking a little bit about, you were married, correct?
I was married. That was a long time ago, but yeah.
Okay. Well, these are all personal questions. You don't have to answer any of these questions. Is that okay? Can I ask you about your marriage?
Go ahead, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
people already
Okay.
know anyway. So yeah.
No. Yeah. No. Okay. So how old were you when you got married?
Well, see, I joined. This was after I joined the army, so this was probably 1994. 1994, 94. Well, my son was born in 95. So yeah,
Okay.
it was
So you're like 27
1994. We
years.
got married. We got married. My son was born in 95, and that lasted for about. I was in the army at the time, and then that lasted about 4 years, and then we got divorced. But God, that was back in Georgia when I was living in Georgia at the time. And well, she since passed away, God rest her soul. I mean, she was a good person. I mean, who screwed up that relationship? I did. So I can't blame her. It was me. I was young. I didn't know shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Oh, I
So,
didn't know that. I didn't know that you took or you accepted some level of culpability
well,
I'm sorry.
absolutely, man. I mean,
Were you
I
cheating on
was
her?
a complete shit stick back in those days. I mean, and I've
No, no, I
even
didn't know
talked
that.
about this before. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, I don't know if you curse on your channel.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you got married basically in your mid-20s, and you got divorced when you were about 30. Who filed? If you don't mind me asking, who filed for divorce?
Yeah. She did.
She did. She filed for divorce. Okay. Yeah. Statistically, that's how it happens. And do you mind me asking why'd you guys split? Were you cheating on her? Or was she cheating on you? I
No,
recognize
nobody
differences,
cheated.
but she
Nobody
became
cheated. No,
she became controlling.
it was alcohol. It was alcoholism, man. Um,
You became alcoholic, or she became alcoholic,
I did. It was
or you did?
alcohol. It was, yeah.
Okay.
It was a little bit of that. It was um, being in the military, being on deployment quite often, and then when you come back, you want to cut loose. But I never really associated her in my life like I did my brothers. That I mean, we were always together. Like I just didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like it was the weirdest thing. It was a weird point in my life. I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. Um, yeah, I just
Okay.
yeah.
Let me ask you this. You already sort of touched on this. Can you share with the community, when did you start calling yourself a red pillar or a MGTOW, or for that matter, like you were talking about a second ago, like first it was this guy, then it was this guy, then it was this guy. When did you? Can you give us a definitive MGTOW moment, a time in your life, or at least a period in your life where you started to internalize these ideas, all the ideas that MGTOW talk about?
Probably
In your
6 months
20s and your
in.
30s? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, probably this was around 2016. So
In your
probably
30s,
six
in your
months into
40s.
2016, I think I fell upon it, and I had started making videos and started getting a little bit more comfortable in what the message that I wanted to put out and what I was saying. But then I just wanted to make light of the situation. Like I didn't want it to seem so, because back in those days, everything was Debbie Downer. You're going to go through the red pill rage. You're going to go do this. And I just wanted everybody to have a laugh about it. Not necessarily be like, you know, it doesn't have to have this straight line of left, right, left, right, left, right. More of a, you know, you're still following the philosophy, but fucking laugh a little bit. So I started doing these like roasting videos and but for me it was fun because you know you would have these videos of these ladies that would come on and talk cash shit, and I was good at rebuttals, you know, so it got fun for a little while. A lot of people got worn out on it, and I get it. Not, you know,
let me ask you. Let me put it this way: when would you say you stopped being blue pill? If you know, if I could word it that way, and you know what I mean when I say blue pill. When did you abandon these ideas? In your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s?
I was definitely, like I said, it was around 2016. So however, I don't even remember how old I was then, but yeah, the blue pill part of it, I knew something was wrong when I started watching those Tom Likas videos. I don't want to say Tom Likas was the one. It was, I mean, I was aware, but I didn't dig deep into it. And then when I really started digging deep into the philosophy of it, I started meeting, excuse me, I got onions cooking over here. Pardon my eye. I started digging into the philosophy of it, and things really started making sense. I want to say about 2017 ish. 28, okay. About 2017 is when I really knew what was going on, and I understood who I was. I knew enough people in the community to say, you know, I can talk to these individuals because we all pretty much shared the same background, if you want to say, like, you know, because a lot of people had a hard time. Excuse me. They had a hard time. Separating MGTOW from incel, and I was keying in on, you know, trying to get that away from, because at that time everybody was trying to say MGTOWs were incel, and I was like, no, these guys have been married, they've had families, they've had kids.
Right, they have children. Yeah, half of the MGTOW have children. How are they incels? Right. No, I totally agree. I totally agree. Okay, so is it fair to say, Mr. Elite, is it fair to say that you were blue pilled in your 20s? Is that a fair statement to make?
Absolutely. Okay. I didn't know anything. Okay. See, back in my day, we didn't need any of this stuff. You know, we pretty much knew how to treat each other. Men knew their place, women knew their place, and but there again, it goes back to the old if a relationship is bad, right? If a relationship is bad, you rinse, wash, and repeat. So we were pretty much going through the same cycle over and over again, right?
Okay.
Yeah, even though you're meeting somebody different, but you're doing the same thing, you just with somebody else. I don't know who exactly it was that drew the line in the sand and said, no, we're not doing this anymore. I don't know who it was. I mean, I've heard so many different people that I knew Sandman was probably one of the first, but
here's a random question. Who is the oldest red pill and or MGTOW that you know of?
The oldest?
The absolute oldest, even before Sandman. Who's the oldest that you know of? Paul Proteus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think there's a guy. He's now deceased. So is Paul Proteus, by the way. I don't know if you know. You know Paul Proteus. He passed away.
He died. Yeah. I've heard about that.
Yeah. His channel is still up. In my opinion, I think his best video is something called Hypergamy Floats.
Yeah, didn't he go over to Japan or something like that?
Right. Like his last 5 or 6 videos are basically him in Japan, right? And then he just abruptly disappeared. No one knew what happened to him, and then it surfaced that he had passed. Yeah.
It would be quite interesting to know what really happened to him. You know, a lot of things going on right now with with the Kevin Samuels. Because, we've been doing this a lot longer than Kevin Samuels or Andrew Tate. We've been out here a long time. The only difference between those men is they have money. So when people, women identify with money fast because if money is involved in it, they're interested in it. When you have a guy like Kevin Samuels, whose net worth was about $4 million, and I don't know what Andrew Tate's net worth is. I'm sure it's up there. When you got guys like that, going against the grain, holy man, that says a lot. But they don't really talk about the guys that have been down here in the trenches the entire time, preaching the same philosophy and teaching these guys. Those guys learn this stuff from us.
Yeah,
they saw these videos from us.
Because you brought up Kevin Samuels, I always like to say this when people bring him up. It is unfortunate that he was not a MGTOW. However, I sing his praises because what he had to say for two main reasons. The first reason is what he had to say overlaps with MGTOW so much that I sort of consider him a political ally. I consider him very similar to us.
The one thing, I mean, he would be considered a red pill, but it was the one thing that what people really didn't understand was he was really all about trying to find a way to fix it to where men and women could get together and have these relationships. But he started running into too many problematic situations.
Well, let me say first off, I actually think I'm sorry to come off as a conspiratorial nut job. I'm not. I swear. I consider myself very logical. I actually think that he was. I think he was deleted on purpose. I think he was murdered. I know that sounds crazy. I think he was murdered.
Hey man, I don't put it past anybody anymore these days.
Okay.
I look at all the ones that have passed on. There's been a few guys that have been doing these videos that I've heard that have some were actually against us, some were blue pilled, and I heard some people that passed, and the ones that are still running around kicking it, I applaud them because I know it's a tough world out here right now.
Okay, and the second thing I wanted to mention is his reach, the level of his reach. My understanding was, until recently, he had over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. But then recently I watched a video by him where he was claiming that he had over 3 million subscribers on YouTube. And if you do the math on that,
it is, they'll try to suppress your viewings. TikTok is big about it. I had a video over on TikTok that hit 6.6 million views. You know how many subscribers I got out of that? 30,000. 30,000. Out of 6.6 million views, I had over a million likes on the thing. So usually people that like a video will instantly sub to you because they want to see more.
Okay. Let me ask this, because I don't know. I don't remember. I honestly don't recall. You were at one time probably, I don't know, the top 3, maybe top 4. Let me ask you, because you probably know. How many? You've had multiple channels. How big were you? What was your biggest channel? How many subscribers did you have? When was this? Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago? Did you have over like 30 or 40,000 subscribers?
No, my biggest was on TikTok. I had 96,000 subscribers.
Okay.
That all happened in a span of 2 weeks. I just made this random video one day. It was a political video. It wasn't even about MGTOW or Red Pill or anything. It was just a political video about Trump. And I woke up the next morning and I swear to God, that phone was. So I looked at the phone. I'm like, holy crap, this thing has this one dumbass video probably lasted 15 seconds, if that. And I was like, it was just me talking. And that had like 500,000. I went to work on a Saturday and I was telling my buddy, I was like, hey man, I think this thing's going to go viral. So right before I left work that day, it hit over 1 million. And then it just kept going and going. And then I started meeting people in the streets that were like, hey, no, this actually happened. This was here. And it was like, hey, I saw you on. I'm like, oh my freaking God. So I turned when that started happening. I kind of got nervous about it because I don't want to be like
your
that
internet,
guy.
your internet
You go to
famous.
work and then the next thing you know, you're sitting in HR because they're like, you know.
Right. Yeah, you're so basically you're internet famous. You have been recognized in public because of your internet activity.
Oh, a couple of times. A couple of times, like a couple times. Like I've even had women come up to me that were completely liberal, and they just wanted to go on a date with me just so they could ask me questions about that video.
Wow. Well, you should go on dates with them so that you can get them naked.
That happened.
Okay.
I went to a house party one time, and the host was like, "Oh my God, you are that guy that did this." I'm like, "I can't get away from this." And at this, I'm like, okay, so I don't know if these people are, I don't know if they're, if they're Republican or if they're Democrat. I don't know if they're conservative or what. I don't know anything about these people. I'm like, God, this is heavy, I mean, I still stand by what I believe and what I say 100%. And I still think the election was stolen. I'm still a Trump supporter 100%. And yeah, I just
do you think
but here's the thing about me. This is something I want people, and I think these guys know this about me. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I just want the message to get out there. I want people to be aware of things that are happening right now, because I'm going to tell you something, man. Right now on the internet, the war has gotten bigger. It's gotten bigger. It's out there, and it's going. We are really needed at this time. Just to keep on pushing forward, because man, it is not getting any better. TikTok is bad. YouTube, I'm not really sure. I haven't really dabbled over here too much. I am planning on coming back and making some more videos, because I do like the fact that you can make a long video and it's going to get aired. It just takes a long time to download it. But with TikTok, it's just, you got 3 minutes or less to get it done.
They're all very short. Most of them are even shorter than that. They're 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yeah, but if you're smart enough, if you're savvy enough to get your point across that fast, it's all right here, and you can push that content out. Because people lose attention real fast. They don't want a long, drawn out conversation. They want to go swipe, 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 swipe. And I'm kind of that way too. I mean, if people are like, because I've done it myself, I'll linger and I'll do the ands and the ums and the uhs. People don't want to hear that shit. They want you to say what you got to say, get out of there. So there's that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I'm sorry for my detractors. They say, Joe, or my name is Joe. They say, Joe, why do you put TikTok videos on your YouTube channel? Because it's gold. It's a veritable gold mine. There's so much good stuff on there. I'll go on there. I'll go for an hour and I'll just swipe, and whatever 10, 15 videos that I like that are even if they're not directly red pill or MGTOW related, at the very least they're fascinating or interesting. I'll save them. And then I'll add them on my channel, and I'll do this thing where I work the algorithm. I actually stole this from a guy called One Fast Stack. Fast Stack, he started doing this where he would do a long video, and then he would add a short video, and then he would a long video and then a short video, and then he blew up, or he's got thousands of subscribers now, and Yeah. No, I use TikTok now almost every day. So anyway,
Well, like I said, in the last few weeks, ever since the Andrew Tate thing happened, where he's starting to get, banned off of all platforms, and I don't understand. The thing that really irritates me the most, it brings me down the most about all of this. Why does it take somebody with money for people to start realizing that there's a problem out here? Because the majority of people out here, we really don't have any money, right? We're all out here, we're broke. COVID just happened, and people act like that wasn't a thing, but it was. I mean, I lost a lot of things. I'm sure a lot of people out there, they lost stuff. They lost their jobs, they lost their income, they lost property.
I think over 100,000 restaurants in the United States closed.
It's just, I mean, it's like, why is it that everybody is so fascinated about it? Like, nothing means anything unless you have which is why, I see a lot of these women around here, like, telling men that they have to make six figures. Who the fuck really does?
I don't know. The top 8, the top 12% of men.
Yeah, but though, but you don't hear those. I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. You don't really see them out there doing anything. They stick to themselves. Maybe they're recluse. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't really see them out there going, I'm a six-figure income type of guy, and I would never do this wrong. I mean, Andrew Tate did it, but he shook it up a little bit. I guess you could say he did, but I don't think he used his money. I mean, for me, it was just about common people with common issues, common relationship issues, trying to find a solution to be happy in the one life that we live. And we can't even get that right. And so
I agree. 100%.
I just felt like I had to always say something, because there's always something to say, because a lot of people don't even want to talk. They want to look. They might type in a comment, but they'll never come. Even if you don't even show your face, they'll never come on. They will never come on and make a video or say how they feel. I mean, like, this is the perfect thing.
But you said it yourself. I mean, if you get enough people, literally, if you show your face and tens of thousands of views, all of a sudden, come Monday morning, they're going to drag you into HR, and then HR is going to have some very choice questions for you. You could lose your job. I think people are scared of that.
Yeah, people are really scared about losing their jobs. At first I said I wasn't, until that one video hit the way it did. I had people, like my family members that I haven't even talked to in like 15, 20 years. They didn't even have my phone number. They all of a sudden were trying to contact my mom to say, that's your son on this video.
Yeah, I believe it. Basically, you're on the verge. You're on the verge of becoming. You're on the verge of becoming internet famous. I think you should pursue that, and you should not. You should come back to YouTube. You could have TikTok. Stay on TikTok. Also, come to YouTube. All these other places. I mean, we like your message. If your message is good, why not become famous and push your message?
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, I stopped calling myself MGTOW. I still follow the philosophy of it. I really do. I just don't want to label myself as that. So that way nobody can really say, well, you know what? As, if you're saying that if you're MGTOW, well, guess what? We only do it this way, or we only do it that way.
I know. No, I agree with you.
I figure, as a red pill, which is hard. I've saw guys that have said things, and they were trying to talk MGTOW, and then, because I've even done it myself, I've brought people down, and that was wrong for me. That was completely wrong of me to do that, because I fell into the trap of listening to what other people thought about what I should do, so that was an
Well,
issue.
what I would say to that is I'm sort of going through that right now. I've been not fighting, but just sort of not agreeing very much. I keep telling MGTOW that it's okay to get into sex tourism, to get their passport and all that. And now people are telling me I'm not a MGTOW and blah blah blah. And yeah, no, it's you went through the same exact thing except like 3 years ago. Anyway, so
like I said, here's the thing: if you're following the 3 philosophies of it, no cohabitation, no marriage, and no kids, then
I mean, when I joined what I would call MGTOW, there were only 2: no marriage, no cohab, no marriage, no cohab. And then somewhere along the way, people started saying you can't even have kids. It's like, well, I don't have kids.
Here's the thing about having the kids. We're not saying that you didn't have kids prior to you saying you becoming a MGTOW, because we all know that people had relationships prior to, right? And so you still have your kids. We're talking about what you know right now, leading up to this point right now. Would you go out and risk it? That's what we're talking about. That's what makes it risky.
Right.
It's just as bad as alimony.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm going to silence myself for the next 5 or 6 minutes. I'm sorry. I do have to get ready for a dinner date. I shouldn't call it that. That almost sounds romantic. I have a homeboy that I'm meeting in like an hour and a half. So I'm going to start getting ready. I'm going to shut this down in 10 minutes. If you guys want to continue talking with Mr. Elite or ask him any questions for the next 10 minutes, go ahead. I've let on Absolute Knowledge and then also Iridium Kush. You guys can talk. Also, if there's any questions if anyone right now wants to ask Mr. Elite any questions, please just post in the comment section, and you just go ahead.
Let me see if I can even see the comment section. I can't see it.
I can.
What's up, Mr. Elite?
How's it going, man? How's it going today? Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm vaguely familiar with your name, Mr. Elite. Can you tell me just a little bit about you, how you started out in this?
Again, I started out around 2016. When I was in I was in a relationship for like 4 years. We were living together. I was living in Idaho. It just fell off the face of the earth for reasons unbeknownst to myself. I was clueless and very angry, and I was looking for something to tell me what I did wrong. And then I was looking at YouTube videos, and I didn't even type in red pill or nothing. I just came across a Tom Likas podcast, and I heard him talking, and I felt that energy. I was like, and so I typed his name in, and you know how that goes. You start typing in certain names, the algorithm pulls you into more and more. And then I started finding more videos, and I'm like,
exactly what happened.
It exploded with information. It was like this light turned on, and it was amazing. It was so amazing. I felt like I found an answer, like this happened. This happened to me. And so I had to tell everybody. I was like, yo, hey, it happened to me too. So I made a video about it, and that's how I got to start getting to know people in the community. And then I love them to death. I mean, I honestly do. I mean, I know there's some, and I hope, over the years, I've been doing it for a while, and I guess after a while, everybody gets tired of everybody's shit, at some point. And so, if I got anybody out there that truly, honestly hates me, or I don't want anybody to hate me. I just, it was all about everybody trying to figure out their way and what makes you happy in your MGTOW, right? So I think that was important. So, you know what I mean?
No, I totally get it. I went through a very similar thing. And just FYI, I had an interview with MGTOW Cowboy just a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
I was out in Chicago traveling there, and I have an interview with him. That's actually on his content page as well. But I had the same kind of thing. It really hit me when the the whole COOF lockdown stuff happened. And I've been fighting with drinking for a long time. And it had been, you could think of it almost like a smoldering peat fire, but just kind of smoldering. It had been a problem in my life, but it was like that COOF, the lockdowns really was the right catalyst that just caused it to flare up out of control.
It was. Wasn't that a situation that nobody was expecting?
Yep.
Right? Yep. That whole COVID thing, nobody was expecting any of that. And then the next thing you know, the internet blew up with all kinds of people wanting information, and we were providing it. I mean, we were providing this information.
Yeah, but that's what happened to me, and I quit drinking. I've been alcohol free for almost 2 years now, and it was after that time. I'm sorry.
I said congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And I was looking for some answers too. I'm just like, because this whole COOF thing had me thinking really deeply. And I'm like, and then I started doing like exactly like what you did. Started looking at some of the content creator. I think it was some of the other red pill creators. There was this Russian guy who I found. Oh. His name was called Red Pill Chris, but I think he got banned.
Okay.
But like it was his content that really kind of introduced me to the idea that relationships and women are just what they are. You get stung by a bee, you don't get pissed at the bee. It's just that the bee's just doing its thing. It's just
still kill the bee.
I'm sorry,
but anyway, I've known Mr. Elite. I've known Mr. Elite since his first video. I've known Mr. Elite since that bitch sent me to jail. I know Mr. Elite.
You remember that?
I've been watching Mr. Elite since day one. That bitch sent me to jail.
That's actually if I may interject right here. That's actually your like famous tagline. That's what everyone remembers you by, Mr. Elite.
Oh, that was that. See, it was you guys that helped pull all that out, because I was so upset and so mad. I was like, I didn't do anything, and I was so mad. But I tell you what, I was able to use YouTube help me get through some shit. I'm telling you, you guys helped me get through some shit. I was so pissed, but
no, it was good. It was good stuff. You were like, yo, I banged this chick, and then it didn't work out, and then she sent me to jail, and I was just like, yeah, that shit happens. And I was like, yeah. I was like, that shit. I've been in some close calls myself. Too.
Yeah, I know.
Mr. Elite, there's a question for you in the stream. Mr. Albert is asking. It says, ask him what's his view on the red pill. So, Mr. Elite, what's your view on the red pill? And for that matter, after that, can you answer what's your view? I'm sorry.
He said on the black pill.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you. First of all, I want to tell you that this is what I believe about the color of the pills. I believe you are either red pilled or blue pilled. You are either a part of the system or not. I don't believe in all the other different colors, the pink pill and the purple pill, and I just believe either you know what you know or you don't know what you know.
I agree with that.
That's about the line in the sand of it. As far as how I feel about red pill, I feel red pill allows a person to still explore, but at the same time obtain knowledge, because we have to keep listening, because every single day somebody pops up with something new that we have to make a video about, so we can say, look at that right there. Can you see what's going on? This person just came out with this whole new thing, and now we have to educate the men to stay clear of this shit. It just happens. And so I think the red pill is good, and women can be red pill because obviously Trinity was red pill before Neo. Let's just go there. But it's just about people obtaining knowledge and people obtaining a level of truth and understanding to where they go, I don't believe what, the mainstream is telling me. I'm not following that. I believe something else happened, and I want to hear what the people have to say about it.
Okay.
That's what red pill is for me.
If I can ask you this, just because you kind of bring it up, and if you choose to answer it, I ask that you please watch your language, and you know what words to use and not to use, I assume. What do you make of the last 2 years? You know that thing that sort of swept the world, and then they came up with some sort of you call it whatever you want, a hot shot, a clot shot, a jab, a poke, a needle craft. What do you think of all that? You believe what the media says? Is there a story behind the story? What do
Absolutely
you say
not.
about that?
I can tell you, my son, I've met people that have said that I couldn't be involved in their life unless I did it. My son never did that to me. He never told me that. He did it, and he was like, well, I want to go on a cruise, so I think you should do it. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking that thing because I don't believe in it. I don't believe. I know people felt like a lot of people did. Well, I don't want my parents to get ill. Okay, then don't go see them. I don't know. I mean, I just felt like there was too many lies. Like the world was full of lies at the time, which it still is, but more so right then. I think they took the T guy, the one with the rump, the T rump. They really took a shit on him, and they were doing any and everything to cover up what they had done as far as that situation. They're covering, they're still doing it. They're still reeling on it right now. The guy hasn't been in office in 2 years.
He wants back in.
And the fact of the matter is they're still, and they're afraid. They're absolutely afraid of what's going to happen in 2024. They are so shook. They're so shook.
Their pants.
They're peeing their pants. And who's to say that he's even going to do it? He might feel like he's too old. But it's the mentality that we have set forth as individuals, right? Red pill individuals, red pill minded people that go, you know what? I don't believe in that mess you're telling me. I know there's a food shortage. I know you did something with the baby formula. I know things are going on. We're passing all of the. That's red pill. That's just red pill speak.
Energy inflation and an eating bugs.
That's red pill talk. And so, yes, I absolutely believe in the red pill. I believe that everybody should pop one every single day. And if you don't get it from me, you better get it from somebody, because there's too many things going on out here in the world right now. And there's too much information, but the best tool that we have, even though these channels get shut down quite a bit, and you have to just keep going and going. If your channel gets shut down, start another one and just keep pumping out that information. It's very important. The relationship part of it, the MGTOW, the relationship part of it, that's just a smidgen of it. There's so much more. So much more to be worried about.
You could go down the rabbit hole. I mean, you could talk about the IRS, and you could talk about the ATF, and you could talk about the Bilderbergs and the Tavistock Institute and the Club of Rome and the United Nations. All that stuff is connected. However, I am deciding to end the interview here.
I'm outside. I stepped outside for a minute, and it's 110 degrees. My phone is about to overheat.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, I'm going to end the conversation now. I'm sorry, guys. I do have a dinner date to go to. I do have one last question. So, Mr. Elite, did you ever score with Penny Pounder or Penny Proud or Miss Elite?
No. I met her at the airport, and something was off. And I turned around. I was with my dog, actually. I took one of my dogs, and I walked away. I went home.
So
she ended up going to the.
Proud,
she was pissed. I mean,
if
she walked away.
Proud,
she walked away to go get her bag. I gave her a hug, and when she walked away, I was like, something's not right. And so I walked away.
If she ever listens to this, so you two are not getting married anytime soon?
Did you bang her?
No. Listen, I'm breaking up. No. She likes to make jokes like that, and that's completely fine. For her, it's for viewers. For me, it's about getting the message out and making sure people understand that we got a lot of shit to work on. And I'm not. I want the viewers to understand that.
There you go.
Listen to the message. We all have a little side thing going on, and we like to have fun just to occupy our minds. But that's personal. Listen to the message. Stay focused on that.
I agree. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end it with that. You guys can go around and each take 20 or 30 seconds and just any last thoughts, any last comments. Go ahead.
I gotta go. Mine is jumping off. So bye, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Elite. Thank you, sir. Take care, sir. And thank you again.
Dude, thank you. Bye.
All right. What is it? Absolute. I see you. Absolute knowledge. Anything to say?
I've been watching Mr. Elite for years, since he first came out. He puts out some good red pill content. Yeah. And my show is coming on, and I'm doing a show
again. Like I said, at one point he had tens of thousands of subscribers, and then he had that some falling out, and then he decided to go to TikTok, I guess.
If you're around later, I'm doing my show on my backup on Absolute Knowledge Seeker 1. If you guys want to join that panel. I'm doing that in like 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I got the day off work tomorrow, so I'll do that. I got the day off work, so I'll do that tomorrow.
Cool.
I'll do that. Yeah.
So, Iridium, any last comments, sir?
Yeah, I do have a couple comments. The kind of moments that Mr. Elite had were very similar to mine. So kind of like aha moments kind of thing. And I agreed with a lot of what he said in terms of keeping the content out there. And I think the important part is to have a sense of humor in it. Somebody wrote that here. Make sure you guys have a sense of humor. If I'm on here making a chat about something, I'm just clowning around. I'm not trying to diss on anybody or anything like that. And the other thing about that is too, I think what the red pill is go ahead and live your lives, live normal, productive lives, but you just do it with your eyes open. I guess that's the thing. You do it with the red pill taught me to go into life and do these things with my eyes open. That's it.
Stack money.
Right, very good.
Fuck prostitutes.
I'm sorry. What about prostitutes? I'm sorry.
Nothing wrong with banging a prostitute.
Oh yeah. Oh, I agree. Okay, so just for fun, right before the very end, if we can do it in sort of a, I speak the Queen's English. I believe in proper grammar and syntax, full sentences. So I'll ask you, absolute knowledge, in your own words. What is your view on MGTOW being able to frequent prostitutes or not frequent prostitutes? Are you a MGTOW if you do? Are you not? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, if you got the money, what's that saying? It ain't tricking if you got it. If you got the money, then and you can comfortably do it, then by all means. Look, we're men. We have thoughts, we have urges, and if you deal with a prostitute, look, be smart. Don't go to some rundown, shitty neighborhood where you can get where you might get set up. Go to a slightly a more trusting, upscale, place. But a nut is a nut. But a nut's a nut. You know, and
I say it all the time. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a joke. All right, I'll leave it there, gentlemen. I'm sorry. I do have I am occupied. I have to go and meet a friend for dinner, and I'll leave it there. You guys take care. All right.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, boys. It's good to see you again, Iridium. Take care, sir.
Yeah, good seeing you. It was a pleasure seeing you a couple weeks ago in person.
Yep. All right, gentlemen. Bye now.
Thanks for having me.